is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German. Okay. And really what she did is prove that my family came here.
Drama is common on daytime television, but the heated argument between conservative pundit Tomi Lahren and co-host Sunny Hostin of The View escalated the situation. What started out as a debate about immigration policy quickly devolved into a furious argument about ancestry, hypocrisy, and what it really means to be American.
Immigrants come over here and they don't know anything and they're dragging us down because we all come from immigrants, including you, Tomi Lahren.
He talks about low skills. What exactly are her skills? Her second great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh my gosh. 1930 census says Tomi's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German.
Remember to like and subscribe for the most recent Hollywood rumors before you start reading the drama. The argument between Tomi Lahren, who is well known for her strong opinions on merit-based immigration and legal entry into the US, and Sunny Hostin, who frequently challenges conservative viewpoints, erupted when Hostin brought up ancestry to point out that Lahren's Norwegian and German ancestors didn't speak English for years after they immigrated to the US in the 1800s, suggesting hypocrisy in Lahren's strict immigration views. What could have been a thoughtful discussion quickly descended into an emotional spectacle as Lahren, true to her style, refused to back down.
This is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German. Okay. And really what she did is prove that my family came here.
Despite the heated moment sparked by Sunny Hostin's focus on Lahren's family history, Tomi Lahren embraced the personal attack and used it to reinforce her beliefs by emphasizing that her ancestors followed legal immigration processes and built their lives without government aid. According to ChatGPT, Lahren remained remarkably composed under fire, but once Hostin shifted from policy critique to personal targeting, the debate moved beyond ideas and started dividing opinions. While some applauded Hostin for bringing to light alleged hypocrisy, others viewed it as a slight that sidetracked attention from the main issue of addressing today's immigration challenges.
To go that deep in your background, you have gotten under their skin to a level I didn't think was possible. What is it about you that bothers them so much?
Well, it's not just me, it's anybody who advocates for merit-based immigration or has an issue with open borders. And again, just like you said, they don't seem to understand that we on the right believe.
The discussion evolved into a more in-depth argument over whether immigration in the 1800s and now can be accurately compared, given that both involved individuals seeking better opportunities. In contrast to today's approach burdened by regulations, security concerns, and a welfare system, Lahren contended that immigration in the past was primarily unregulated and motivated by property claims. Lahren saw it as evidence that her family obeyed the rules and made contributions without expecting favors, whereas Hostin used the fact that her forebears didn't adapt right away to emphasize that cultural integration is always slow, a crucial distinction in the modern immigration debate.
That the immigration crisis of today is apples to oranges from what it was in the 1800s when immigrants came to this country legally, were documented, worked for themselves, asked for nothing, and built a life and a family. That has nothing to do with the illegal immigration crisis of today that we must.
This dispute reflects a wider split in American attitudes on immigration, heavily influenced by political ideologies and historical identity. However, don't be misled into believing that this was merely a policy dispute. Hostin's personal attack by bringing up Lahren's great-great-grandmother made the exchange much more compelling and divisive, casting doubt on not only Lahren's argument but also her credibility and integrity in debating ideas. While it's bold to dig into someone's family history to make political points, Lahren didn't just defend her family's decisions. She flipped the script with poise and humor, joking about Hostin's genealogist abilities and using the attack as a rallying cry for her supporters.
Lost my job at a conservative network because I said I was pro-choice. That's a big no-no. There, it was a big no-no. You know, I offended the community. I went on The View and I said, just a point that a feeling that I've had for a long time, I'm very limited government. Like, that's just me. I'm not pro-abortion. I'm just very limited government. That's my perspective on a lot of things. And I lost my job at a conservative network for that.
How did you know you lost your job? Like, what did that look like? So you go on The View, you say this, and then what happened?
Then they told me, don't come back on Monday to do your show. You're suspended indefinitely. That's how it was.
Were you shocked? Were you like, oh, this makes sense?
No, I was shocked. And that's why the lawsuit ensued. I have a view that some conservatives still to this day take a real issue with, and they tell me I'm not a real conservative or this or that. It's on both.
Social media was on fire, and the aftermath was quick and severe. While some regarded Hostin's research as a desperate attempt to undermine Lahren, others praised it as a creative method to expose hypocrisy. Meanwhile, The View found itself in a difficult position since, while it struck a chord with fans who shared similar views, it also sparked concerns about the show's tone, already known for its heated arguments. As the dust settled, the conversation turned back to immigration policy, with Lahren highlighting that her stance isn't about rejecting immigrants, but about enforcing the rules that separate legal immigrants from those who cross the border illegally. Nuance often overlooked in political debates despite personal attacks.
DNA, 23andMe, because I cannot believe the detail on your background that they were able to get.
Well, I don't have to. She did all the research for me, so I'm sure my family is very appreciative.
What about Joy saying that, what are your skills? It's beyond research. It is personal. It is mean.
Well, of course, this is classical Joy Behar, but I would like to ask Joy Behar what her skills are, because perhaps we could swap stories. I know I watch Joy, and she seems like a highly skilled lady, but for her to attack me, that's really interesting. Those in glass houses should not throw.
This moment blurred the line between political discourse and personal attack by turning Lahren's family tree into a battleground. Tomi Lahren showcased her debate skills with clarity, highlighting the broader divide in America between strict enforcement advocates and those who see immigration as central to national identity. Hostin defended her focus on ancestry to expose complexities, but it ended up giving Lahren a rallying point. Ironically, both women value immigrant contributions, assimilation, and believe they're fighting for America's future, but in the heat of live TV, those shared values were lost in the drama.